Hello again. It's me again. I can't believe the shit that you read in places. I knew there was a reason why I was avoiding going back to Twitter, and I'm sort of just lurking there now. But I've come across this thing here. I'm going to put the text below. And it's a post by Dr. Phil Hammond. It's not what he's written, although he's commending it, and he's calling this bit of writing here that is pasted below a very powerful, reasoned and detailed argument from this bloke at Nathan J. Robinson, Letby, it says. I don't like just saying Letby, Lucy Letby, but he just says Letby. So who is Nathan J. Robinson? It's a bloke with glasses and a tie and a jacket, establishment type guy. Editor of Current Affairs magazine, former political columnist for The Guardian, with 123,000 followers. So he's a kind of a bit of a big noise in his world, I suppose, whatever. Never heard of him, don't want to hear of him again. This is what he's written, that it's very powerful, reasoned and detailed argument. What do you think of this? Is it just me? I'll read it and I'll copy it below. I don't understand the way people's minds work. I just think we're not, there's so many ways that people think that I just think, fucking hell, what the hell's going on there, man? Anyway, here it goes. And they may think the same about me, but bollocks to them. Here it is. Quote, this is from this Nathan J. Robinson bloke that is formed the Dr. Philip Hammond's tweet, but he's copied. Nathan J. Robinson says, quote, there is, at this point, no compelling evidence that Lucy Letby is a serial killer and she needs to be released from prison. I'll just break in here. So far, so good. Starts well, doesn't it? Guess what comes next? I'm going back to the quote. To be clear, I've got to do it in that voice. I'll do it in a posh voice. To be clear, this does not mean Letby is definitely innocent. It is possible that she murdered 7 babies and attempted to murder others. I do not foreclose that possibility. But it would take more evidence to show that. We do not send people to prison for life based on what is possible or conceivable. We are only allowed to send them based on what has been convincingly proven. That's a reasonable point. And nobody who examines the evidence in Letby's case fair-mindedly and carefully with an understanding of common statistical mistakes, biases, and logical fallacies, well, he missed out a huge chunk there, which is all to do with, there are other reasons why those babies died that have been assessed by Dr. Shoo and the panel. That's the bit he missed out there. Can possibly conclude that she is, quote, guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, close quote. There is not only reasonable doubt, there is overwhelming doubt. Last sentence is okay. Well, it's not even okay. I don't understand how some people think. I don't understand why Dr. Phil Hammond thinks that's powerful, reasoned or detailed. I mean, detailed, I don't know what that means. Like a tax bill can be detailed, isn't it? It's fucking awful. I mean, you say on the one hand, there's no compelling evidence. So what's the shadow of that? It's like, well, is there some uncompelling evidence then? No, there's no evidence. It's just this mealy-mouthness. There's no evidence. There never has been any evidence. So he's saying there's no compelling evidence. You need compelling evidence, but there isn't any of that. But guess what? It doesn't mean she's innocent. It doesn't mean she's definitely innocent. Well, by that token, we're all not definitely innocent of being serial killers. Ipso facto, we're all not innocent, definitely, of being serial killers. All of us, everywhere. I mean, I might have been at it today. I'm not definitely innocent of it. I mean, there's no compelling evidence of it. But you can't say I'm not definitely innocent of it. Well, you can if there are no crimes, there's nothing to be guilty or innocent of. vis-a-vis crime. The point of it, what this clever dick, and this is clever dickery that's everywhere now, it's stultifying, and people seem to be, it's another one of these things where they're hypnotized by this clever dickery. They don't get the simple fact, that if there are no crimes, if there are there can't be any murders, if there are no crimes, no crimes took place. So you can say someone's definitely innocent. Otherwise, every person that dies from now on until forever, and going backwards forever, is possibly a murder victim, and everybody around them, we cannot say that they're definitely innocent of being murdered. We can't say that they're definitely innocent, and that it's possible that they were murdered by whomsoever, everyone that dies. If I die tonight, hopefully I won't, and they find my body here, well then, anyone in this street where I live, we can't say that any of them are definitely innocent of the murder, even if they establish that I had a heart attack or something. We still can't say that everybody that lives around here is definitely innocent, and we can't foreclose the possibility. What a poncy way to speak. What a poncy way to speak. And he goes on to say, he rubs it in, it is possible that she murdered 7 babies and attempted to murder others, but there are no fucking murders, you twat. You don't need to consider, I've got to get a grip on my temper. You don't need to consider trying to work out whether you can absolutely definitively rule out guilt or definitively assert innocence if there are no murders, you thick bastard. Sorry, I'm just fucking, but this, and he's someone kind of seemingly on the side, but not really. Do you know why? Do you know why he's not? Because that kind of attitude that's the kind of poison that even if when Lucy Letby is exonerated, she gets out, and you got educated eejits like that, still probably write articles, will say things like, we couldn't prove it, but we still maintain that we can't definitely ever say she was innocent. No crimes, no actual murders. The babies died for all other different reasons, which the Shooly and the panel have gone through minutely. And there's never, ever been any evidence of murders, ever anyway, as an a priori matter of fact. There's never been anything established, ever. And this is the woolly, dumbass, dopey, dumb shit thinking that passes for the intelligentsia in this country, writing for The Guardian and running and doing this political magazine. This is the dumbassery that unfortunately fools people into thinking it's powerful and reasoned. No, it's not. The reasoning is bullshit. How can you know and have sat through what the panel's findings are, and you don't, and even before that, because they never built up any proof in the first place. Do you know what? I did a little experiment, and I said, just use the word witch here. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to put the word witch in, right? There is, at this point, this is this bloke, Nathan Robinson, clever dick. There is, at this point, no compelling evidence, but there might be in the future, you see, he leaves that open as well. There is, at this point, no compelling evidence that Lucy Letby is a serial killer. No, I'll start again. There is, at this point, no compelling evidence that Lucy Letby is a witch. And she needs to be released from prison, because she was just about to be hanged as a witch. There's no compelling evidence, we've just decided. To be clear, though, this does not mean that Letby is definitely not a witch. It is possible that through witchcraft she murdered 7 babies and attempted to murder others. I do not foreclose that possibility. And you can see then, with dumbasses like that, how that kind of stain, how they would allow this dumb educated people with their stupid phrasing would will try to allow the stain to continue, even post-exoneration. Even post-exoneration, they'd be saying, oh, well, I still do not foreclose. I never said she was innocent. She was just, they just couldn't pin it on her. Or we couldn't ever say it was anything definite. Isn't it awful that you can be pulled into this nightmare Kafkaesque world? And he's adding to the Kafkaesque nature, isn't he? Obviously. Still, even though he's kind of quote-unquote on side, it's not really. It's mealy-mouthed crap that pisses me off, I tell you. Because you pulled into this Kafkaesque nightmare world in which a group of arseholes, lying arseholes, scumbag, bullying bastards, have no evidence against you. You have this shit justice system, which is a piece of shit, right? And then they get you convicted. And just because of that fact, you can never fully extricate yourself from it, even if it's shown that no actual crimes took place. You never get the stain off you, because arseholes like that will still always have in their back pocket, because they think they're smart, but they're dumb as shit. They still have in their back pocket because they'll say to you, oh, well, it's still possible that she did do it, but we can't convict her because it wasn't proven. But I don't foreclose the possibility. The cravenness of it, the sliminess of it. I'm just fucked off with the way this is why I rarely go out the door. Fucking awful. I hate Twitter. I hate this kind of shit. It's got potential serious echoes, that kind of thing, and I don't get why would Dr. Phil Hammond look at that and think, yeah, that's powerful. Oh my God, that's powerful. Is it? Lucy Letby is your daughter. Let's say it's your daughter, Dr. Phil Hammond, or anyone else's daughter. And somebody comes up with this thing, well, you know, there's no compelling evidence that there was a serial killer, but she's not definitely innocent. But do you know what that also leaves open for the future that will go on forever? Is that the idea that there was a serial killer at work there, when all that is made out of whole cloth, out of nothing, out of malice and bullying, and the insanity fever dreams of a fucking scumbag called Evans. That's what that still allows to exist. That's the Kafkaesque nature rolling on onto another slightly more subtle level, but still there to damn her name in the future. And Dr. Phil Hammond's going, oh, that's powerful. People can't fucking think. People can't fucking think that that's a piece of shit and stupid. This is my angry video. I'm sorry if it's upset anyone. No, I'm not sorry at all. I need a sedative. What can I don't know. Fuck it. It's just, this kind of thing, this kind of thing enrages me more than the kind of Snowden and his bitch Cole. Sorry, I shouldn't use that language, but Snowden and his ridiculous helper Cole, you know. Ben Cole, whatever his fucking name is. I mean, because they're obvious idiots, but this dressed up in this pseudo-intellectual language and reasoning, which is crap. You get accused of a crime that never even happened. And when you get convicted, and when you eventually get exonerated, there's still arseholes out there saying, well, I can't say that you didn't do it. I'm not saying that you didn't do it. I'm not saying you didn't kill them. We can't. It's like you can never get free of it. Can you see the stain of it? And it goes right back into Peter Hayes' work on witchcraft. Because the accusation was made, it can never leave you in the minds of arseholes like this. I better stop before I start screaming, actually.